I could never be a hater. I'm not even paying you no attention. Shout out to your cousin's diary for sharing that quote. OMG. The reason why I'm sharing this message is because, listen, haters are people who focus on everyone else but their lives, right? And you're somebody, collective, you are the whole opposite of a hater, right? You're not focused on other people's lives. You're not chatting and talking about other people's lives and what they got going on and what they're doing, because you're too focused on building your own life, right? You're not out here broadcasting people's downfalls or secrets, none of that messy, scandalous stuff, right? Because you understand that that only breeds more low vibrational negativity, and you don't want that in your life, right? Like, you are so focused on always evolving and growing for yourself and how you can make your life better or how you can become better as a person, that you don't have the time or energy to focus on what Sally or John is doing or what they got going on, right? Let alone chiming in and having something negative to say about it, right? See, that's the thing that, people don't understand, that I swear, like, your haters will make it seem like you're the one hating on them, but you're never even checking for them. Like you'll have real life haters that are literally obsessed with you, checking your page, your social medias every single day, trying to keep up with you, trying to figure out what you got going on, what you're doing, right? Some of these people know more about you than you know about yourself. This is how invested they are, right? They bring you new information. Well, that was new to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how your haters are. And they are so fixated and focused on every little thing that you do. But yet they'll come at you and call you the hater, but they're not even on your brain. There's not a brain cell in your body that even processes them, right? They don't exist to you. Yet somehow they have a whole universe in their head of you. This is crazy. But this is how you know when somebody is a hater, is because they're too focused on the next person, right? They're always bringing up someone else's issues. They're always bringing up someone else's problems. They're always bringing up what somebody else got going on. But when it comes to talking about themselves, quiet, silence. They got nothing to say, right? They're not divulging information. They're not sharing or broadcasting their failures or their struggles, right? They're not running it down all their business to you though. But they always got somebody else's name in their mouth. They always got someone else's business down their throat, right? That's how you know that they're a hater, right? You could never be a hater, collective, because you don't care. You don't care. You would have to actually care to be a hater. Like, these people care about you and so invested in what you got going on, right? They are so focused on getting a reaction out of you, of tarnishing your name, of making you fail in some way. That's what they're focused on. But yet, you are unbothered. Yet you are focused on your goals, your lives, and your dreams. Like, how does that work? This is how you know if you got a hater in your life. They stand out like a sore thumb. It don't matter how much they try to hide being a hater. A hater is always going to have something negative to say, and a hater is always going to be focused and fixated on everybody else and what their lives are except their own life, right? They're always going to chime in and have something to say about somebody else, but when it comes to them, nothing. They're always criticizing the next person's mistakes. They always got the answers for everybody else's problems, but when it comes to them, nothing. It's because they hate their lives and they hate who they are. They're not happy with themselves, so much so that they can't even fathom it. They have to think about somebody else's life. They have to talk about somebody else's life. They don't want nobody to focus on their lives, and they don't want to focus on their lives, right? So they avoid their lives at all costs. And this is how you end up with these bitter haters who year in and year out doing the same thing over and over again. You see them years later, they look the same or they look worse, or they're not doing anything for their lives, right? But yet they're always constantly knowing about somebody else or what they got going on. But then when you ask them about their lives, they start to stutter. This is how you know you got a hater, right? Haters always talk about other people. They talk about them in a negative way, in a destructive way, not even constructive criticism, right? They always go out say it like that. So that's how you'll know if you got a hater. Collective, I know y'all got some haters out there. If you do, let me know in the comment below. Let me know if y'all got them haters, okay? But you know that they're a hater because they're paying attention to you too much, right? And you're not even thinking about them, okay? Let me know. It ain't gonna be for everybody, but listen, if it is for you, that means you doing something right with your life. Listen, and if you are returning, make sure you like the video, comment, and give it a share if you care. But if you are new, make sure you subscribe, okay? I want you a part of our tribe. We are continuing to grow and flow. It's Karkar. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.